Okay, we're just waiting for the jail to connect, so as soon as I see them connected with Miss Wheeler, we'll get started.
Thank you, Eric.
I emailed the jail judge as a reminder. I'm not for sure what's going on. I emailed everybody on Wednesday to let them know for today.
Okay, yep, and I know Jen did as well, so thanks for reminding them.
Yep, thank you. I think, Judge, they said they're trying to log in. Oh, there they go.
Yep. All right, Ms. Wheeler, are you able to hear me okay?
Yes,
All right. All right, we've got Mr. Seeger back. We've got everybody connected. So we'll go on the record now in People versus Kylie Wheeler. This is Kalkaska file number 244975. The record should reflect Ms. Wheeler's appearing by Zoom today by video from Wexford County Jail. We have Mr. Seeger here on her behalf by Zoom and Ms. Wagner on behalf of probation. This is set as a probation violation hearing today. I did receive an email indicating that there's a plea agreement that Ms. Wheeler would plead to count one of the non-technical violation. Mr. Seeger, is that your understanding?
That is correct, Your Honor, and I did discuss it with the client, and that's my understanding.
All right, Ms. Wheeler, were you able to hear that?
yes, sir.
Is that how you wanted to proceed today as well?
Yes,
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes,
Thank you. You can lower your hand. Ms. Wheeler, you understand that you have the right to have a hearing as to whether or not you violated your probation, and that by pleading guilty to the violation, you're going to be giving up that right.
yes,
And you also understand that by pleading guilty, it could subject you to possible penalty on your underlying charge, which is up to 4 years. Do you understand that as well?
yes, sir.
With those things in mind, what is your plea to that probation violation today?
Guilty.
Has anyone threatened you with anything to get you to plead guilty?
No,
Has anyone promised you anything to get you to plead guilty?
no,
Is it your own free choice?
yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you did violate your probation?
Yes, sir.
Were you on probation back on June 3rd of 2025?
Yes,
And were you aware that one of the conditions of your probation was that you were to report to your probation agent and to appear for any court hearings that you were required to appear for?
yes, I didn't know I had a court hearing though.
Okay, and did you not know that because you hadn't been reporting to your probation agent?
Right,
Okay, and you did not appear for that hearing in June, is that correct?
right,
All right. The court finds that the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. The court is satisfied that there's a factual basis to support a finding that Ms. Wheeler violated her probation by failing to stay in contact with her agent and failing to appear for a hearing on June 3rd of 2025. The court will accept the guilty plea. Ms. Wagner, based on the email, it looks like, are you going to be asking for additional jail time?
I am, Your Honor. I think our guidelines are 0 to 6 months. I believe I put maybe, I think she's got 34 days credit. Maybe I'm asking based upon her non-compliance. She didn't get into treatment. She's been given several opportunities to address her drug problem. She's continued to use. Her whereabouts was unknown up until her arrest. So I asked that additional jail time be imposed, 7411 be revoked, and that she be discharged unsuccessfully from probation.
All right, so because there's going to be, or the request for additional jail time is a possibility, the court is going to order that an updated PSI be prepared, and the court will set this for a sentencing hearing. Ms. Wheeler, you'll be notified of the date and time of that hearing, and you'll have an opportunity to go through that pre-sentence report on the violation with Mr. Seeger prior to the hearing. And Ms. Wagner will be in touch with you to prepare that report. Ms. Wagner, anything else we have to address on behalf of the probation department today?
No, if if she's willing to waive her PV report, would the court be inclined to sentence her today with that verbal recommendation.
Mr. Seeger, is that something that you've discussed with Ms. Wheeler?
I did, Your Honor. She would waive a written report.
Okay, Ms. Wheeler, you understand that you do have the right to have an updated report prepared?
Yes,
And did you want to proceed with sentencing today even without that report?
yes, please.
Okay, all right, Ms. Wagner, I think I have your recommendation. Mr. Seeger, is there anything that you wanted to say on behalf of Ms. Wheeler?
Your Honor, by way of elocution, I can't excuse what she's done because clearly there's an object to probation, and that object is for people to attempt to address some of the underlying problems that they have, and clearly she's not done a very good job of it. However, Your Honor, she does not have a long, extensive criminal history. She's losing the benefit of 7411, presumably. She's going to be discharged unsuccessfully from probation if the court follows the recommendation. If she has 34 days credit, that's time that she's already expended. Clearly, all of this could have been avoided, and hopefully, going forward, she's able to remain substance abuse free. But I think the greater punishment for Miss Wheeler is going to be having the conviction entered on her record when it was wholly avoidable. I do recognize that she has a substance abuse problem. I think she recognizes that as well. And it's unfortunate, Your Honor, simply because, and I think the court has noted this in the past, but simply because the court places someone on probation or because there's a condition of bond that people not use drugs. When you have a substance abuse problem, it's probably not as easy as that, even though for you and I, that's a very rational thing to do. Um, I think that she was struggling in life. She was not necessarily making good decisions. She recognizes that she needs to get all of these things under control. She did indicate to me that she is hopeful that she'll be able to get into a substance abuse treatment facility. So to the extent that the court thinks that additional jail time is necessary, I would ask the court to allow her to immediately be released into a substance abuse treatment program if she's eligible. She did indicate to me that once this is all behind her, she's hopeful that she'll find meaningful employment and be able to stabilize herself.
Thank you. Ms. Wheeler, was there anything you wanted to say today?
I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I'm struggling, not gonna lie. I haven't had the right resources. It's made it really hard for me. I want my sobriety more than anything in my life, more than anything. And I can't believe that my fucking life has came to this. I'm just really sorry. I really am.
Okay. All right, Ms. Wheeler, I'm familiar with your file. Of course, I presided over your underlying case, so I'm familiar with the circumstances that led to the probation. Based on Ms. Wagner's information she's provided today, the court's familiar with what has happened since you were on probation. I think one of the goals of your probation in this case was to get you help and get you some treatment. It appears that you did. You were referred to CHS for treatment, that you did enter a detox facility. It was recommended that you go into residential treatment to help you at that point, and you declined to do that. And, of course, then without that help and without accepting that help, you relapsed into using again. So, from the court's perspective, there were some efforts made to get you the help that you need that you did not follow through with. So I think there should be some additional jail time as a penalty. As Ms. Wagner indicated, the guidelines are 0 to 6 months. The court finds that a 90-day sentence in the middle of the guidelines reflects the mitigating factors, but also addresses punishment in this case for your failure to follow through on probation. So the court is going to sentence you to 90 days in the Kalkaska County Jail with credit for the time served, which was, I think, 34 days, you said, Ms. Wagner?
Yes, I believe that's correct. Did I put it in that email? I'm just going back to try to find it. I thought I had notes that said,
I don't see that, but this says 24 days.
but that should be correct then, 24. I apologize.
Okay. However, Miss Wagner or Miss Wheeler, I agree that you need help and that you need treatment. And to the extent that you're willing to go to residential treatment and you can get a bed, I would allow you to be released prior to the end of that 90-day sentence to go to residential treatment.
I don't.
Aside from that,
Could somebody help me figure out how to do it from here? I don't even know what to do. Like,
I, you're gonna need to communicate with the jail staff. They might be able to help you with that. I'm not, that's not something that I'm involved in. I can't get that set up for you. All I can
Okay.
do is give you the opportunity and then it's up to you to find out how to do that.
okay,
Again, I mean, you had that opportunity on probation, so it didn't even have to get to this point. But we're at this point, and if you can work that out, I would allow you to be released. And there are ways that you can work that out through the jail, if you really want to.
Okay.
The court is going to discharge you from your probation. I don't, at this point, given the efforts and what's gone on, I don't find that it's in the interest of the community to continue you on probation. And so that means that the 7411 status would also be revoked. The court will preserve any outstanding fines and costs that remain. You do have the ability to seek an appeal of this sentence. We will provide you with some paperwork that explains to you what your appellate rights are, as well as how to request a court-appointed attorney to help you with any appeal. And that will be provided to you at the jail as well.
Okay.
Ms. Wagner, is there anything else that we need to address for the record today?
Yes, Your Honor, it's actually 34 days credit. I just went back and looked. She had 31 days previously served on her original sentence and then 3 days from now, so 34 days.
Okay, all right, thank you for clarifying that. Mr. Seeger, anything else we need to address from your side?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. That's all for today, and good luck to you going forward, Ms. Wheeler.